Alright, we back again. Good morning, good evening, good night, whenever this catches your sight. If you clicked on us before, you already know the name, but it's the Average Joe Podcast 925, and we're here again another week. We have been consistent. Our last video, I think it was like 500 plus views on it, so we appreciate y'all hitting that button, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely do that for us. We going up a little bit. We're evolving, I would say. We have, of course, myself, King Tons, and of course, Tay Wood is here, of course, but we got somebody else today. We finally got a new voice, new face. Gonna be our moderator for today. My queen to be. I know you know that song, if you don't, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and we're gonna go on from there for our program. Go ahead and introduce yourself and all of your social medias or anything you want to put out there.
My name is Edith Tons.
That's right. You heard it. You heard the last name. Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. All right. So she's gonna be moderating for us today. Of course, we're coming with another episode. Make sure it's the same thing as always. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you share. All that and above. Shoot, we're gonna soon get our pages together so we can get some merchandise for y'all. But to be continued, keep your eyes on us, man. We're gonna start off with the first one. I'm gonna let you take over and I'm gonna digress.
Okay, one of the things that keeps surfacing around is this Jonathan Majors trial and the shocking outcome, because after looking over the evidence, we can clearly see what this was. But I want to know y'all's thoughts on how the outcome turned out and what would you do if you find yourself in a situation. I know Charlamagne was talking about, whenever you in this domestic violence situation, run.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And he did what he was supposed to do, but it still didn't turn out.
That man hit a Usain Bolt.
So, from what I heard from scouring the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Yeah.
No. The X.
Twitter.
Yeah,
from scouring Twitter, goddamn
Twitter.
From what I hear, they say he got away too aggressively.
What? Are you serious?
That's
you got beat to escape.
Yeah, he got away too aggressively.
Yeah. Wow.
But I remember.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
I want y'all just here to say that again.
He got away. From because I don't have the details myself, but from what I read, these people say he pushed her into the car too hard, I guess.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't see the verdict or the sentencing. I just heard of it.
They're coming back with the sentencing.
And what was the degree? Was it like first?
Third.
He get like a year though. Yeah, I think it's up to do a year.
But he's losing all those endorsements too.
I thought it was harassment, not assault. Third degree assault and harassment.
He get up to a year in jail.
He about to come back out.
He already big from Creed. Remember that? He already big.
No, that's what I'm saying. He about to come out.
Can't write the butt. Too big. But I mean, as far as myself,
he was good in Marvel too, though.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Loki, yeah, we were watching that. He played Kane really well.
Yeah, and they're still gonna produce without him. It's just like he's replaceable, just like any job.
Johnny Depp, Iron Man. What would that name play? Iron Man. I forgot his name.
Robert Downey Jr.
There we go. They done all had situations and kept the job.
The Flash dude, what's his name? Ezra Miller.
He
smack an old lady with a chair?
Yeah.
I've never seen a black male dealing with domestic violence keep their job. Even back to Chris Brown. He had no.
I think he kept his job. I think he kept his job.
That's a whole.
He did that shit.
I think he kept his job. Well, Ray Rice. He uppercut his girl in the elevator.
OJ, he still, did a little bit of time.
All of them deserved it. Come on now.
Okay, so who's to say that Jonathan Majors didn't deserve it?
Cause he running. He trying to.
Just because he's running, we didn't see what happened leading
up to
him.
You know what I thought about when I seen him running? I thought about that Mike Jones new song. He say, "Run, nigga, run."
That's why he be dressing like that.
Like he the 1930s. I mean, for me personally, I don't feel like I would be in that situation. But if I was to be in that situation,
I was gonna say you can't control if you're in that situation.
hold on.
I mean, you can't control, but you can.
You know what I'm saying? The other person can get irate.
Escalate.
That's what I'm saying. Like the other person can get aggressive, and how you.
I'm still stuck on he got away aggressively. I'm supposed to escape soft.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to escape from my capture.
Softly. Was there also like counter charges? Did she incur any charges? Because I mean,
I've heard that they said that they were pressing charges on her.
Because I've been in some DV situations where they locked both of them up.
No, she didn't get locked up.
She didn't get locked up either. They don't play that domestic violence, especially if it's like a reoccurrence.
Well, she a white woman, so
there we go.
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's my whole premise around the situation. He's a prominent black man.
Twitter ain't talking about it no more.
Not the Twitters. But he's a prominent black man in a career path where most don't survive or most don't get the opportunity to get there, and he decided
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be devil's advocate. It could happen even with a bitter baby mama that's African American. It could happen with any type of woman. But I did grow up in a culture that, as a black man, you need to reproduce and procreate with your culture.
And I agree.
And it's nothing different from Chinese, nothing different from Indian. It's kind of disgrace upon. I mean, it's becoming more norm, and that's cool and all. But I have African American sons, and I would be looking at them like, all right,
we're not coming to that house.
You know, this is going to be a trial.
Why is Samantha here?
You are not going to be looked at as an equal. You're going to be looked at inferior to your mate. There's
always going to be an uneasy tension.
It's always going to be, I want to say unevenly yoked. Okay, we can even use the Jeezy and Baby Girl. They've been together forever. But then the moment they get married, they had a child, or got married, or married and have a child.
You're talking about him and the Asian girl, right?
Yes. Yeah. You know, it's clash of the cultures. It's very frowned upon.
So, you seen what she said, though?
I have not gotten all that because I don't believe.
Don't be snitching on me.
He had them guns
when you was out.
Before you was married.
He probably was carrying like, yeah, come here.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But I think
she probably was all into it then.
Now there's a different type of protection that comes with the black woman, and the reason why I say that is because sometimes a black woman, she's not so reluctant to call the police. But at the same time, you know, she could be a bitter one after she done took all that she could take, and she might fall apart, and then you can't trust her. But for the most part, we do try to protect our men, and sometimes those men put us in positions where we've got to choose over protecting you or protecting us and our kids. But I don't believe that. I think it's less likely to have those clashes if you did stay in your lane with your culture, because our conversations and language are the same.
I'm understanding what you're saying. You're saying you believe it's a lesser chance of things like this occurring if you with your race
with a black woman.
Something along the lines.
And I agree with that.
You know, something along the lines, because I done met some trill A, Caucasian women that grew up in the hood, and they know the code. Shoot. And if you look at First 48, they was not snitching.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
What? They both black.
They both black. Though.
No, but that's to your point, though.
No.
She's protecting her. Like when all hell broke loose, she ain't go talk.
They was fighting in the elevator and shit.
She ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
So a black woman is gonna protect her man to a certain extent, but that's on a whole nother level. They got millions and billions.
So I'm talking about as far as these white women that are constantly through the years. Just look at the Emmett Till situation where this white woman that said that
and that's what we were taught.
It's a different time.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
It's not
all my premises.
But what I'm saying is that was a different time because the shit wasn't legal. Like you couldn't marry a white woman.
No, he didn't marry a white woman.
But what I'm saying is he couldn't be with
a white woman, but yet the slave masters could be with the black women and have biracial babies and babies be snatched from them.
They was the owner. No, but what I'm saying
that don't
is
make it right.
It don't. But what I'm saying is,
y'all know Emmett Till. It was free. They weren't in slavery.
Yeah, but you do know interracial marriage wasn't legal. It wasn't legal though.
It was frowned upon.
No, it wasn't legal.
It was.
You gonna have to look that one up. I'm gonna need
it was frowned upon.
Look up Emmett Till era. I believe that they were already like out of segregation.
No, they weren't slaves. I'm saying
they were
interracial. You couldn't.
He won't marry her.
I know, but you can do that now.
I think he just made a pass, but even
he whistled that.
And that's why a lot of black mothers, especially those old school mothers, it's like, no, you don't cross over because they is not going to accept you, and they could put you in a situation that you could lose your life. I done been in situations even now that I remember as a kid. We lived in different places that we couldn't even go outside. So it was fried upon.
I'm not disagreeing though. What I'm saying is, when it was illegal, we still didn't know better. So what's the difference?
I would say the difference is if you know better, you do better. You supposed to.
They ain't did better yet.
Hold on, stop. That's not for the mass majority.
But that's what I'm saying. They seen that boy get killed like that, and they still do it.
Yes, they do. My problem with that is a lot of them with money and power do it. Not us niggas down here.
Okay, so my question would be is why is it?
No, I see a lot of them walking through Target though.
Samantha, come here.
Yeah, they be. Why
and then hold on, wait, and it be both of them too. Black chick, white dude, black dude, white chick, and every time they walk past you, they look at you to make sure you ain't just like they'll do the little look up to see if you're looking at them.
I'm like, yes, I'm looking.
I personally, look, whatever you gonna do in your bed, I don't care.
I don't really care, but it's like
for me, I love black love. I want to procreate black. I can't control the people. I pray my kids. They know how I feel. I would accept it. I'll have to learn to accept it.
I'd be upset.
I would have to. You know what I mean?
Billy,
but at the same time, when stuff pop off, you know, I'm gonna be like, well, you know, Mommy's trying to tell you.
You know her name is Samantha.
Because I want to tell you, not black men, but white fathers protect their white daughters. They don't play that. They don't want you.
Interracial marriage was not made legal until 1967.
Okay, 1967. When was Emmett Till?
That was like the fucking 50s or some shit.
He won't try to marry that lady.
No, but what I'm saying is,
he couldn't kiss her or nothing.
You couldn't do anything with them.
He ain't do nothing to
and you couldn't do that.
That was 1955.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was illegal. So only reason I said that's because you brought it up. You brought up Emmett Till, and I was like,
I feel like that's a prominent story. Like,
yeah,
and this is a prominent story as well. Now, to answer your question, as far as why do they do that? No.
Have y'all ever?
No. I've liked the white girl before, but I've never actually been in bed with.
I just have not brought them home.
I've been there.
You keep that out there in the street.
They try to seduce me. I'm like, no. Yeah. You need to cook yourself a little bit.
I feel like I'm turning into a vampire.
I gotta put a brown paper bag over this.
I've definitely found hella of them attractive though. Like, I would, you know. In the mingle. But like as far as like a long term thing, I don't know about
I couldn't I remember one wanted to get serious and I was like,
what about your parents and your grandparents?
I can't go home with you. And their parents, his mom and everything, they were so good to me. But I was like,
no, they was good because they was about to get named.
He wanted
Negro.
Get Out. I seen about half of Get Out and I was like,
oh yeah, Get Out was the truth.
I'm kind of athletic. I'm kind of athletic
right now.
I'm tall. These jeans, they might take these.
To kind of answer what you're gonna say, like I feel like the reason why a lot of people or black men in power is because that'd be something they fantasize about in their mind already.
No, I talked to somebody.
And then also, when you're in those type of circles, that's really the majority of what you're seeing.
That's what it was to me. When they were raised, like one of my friends I worked with, he was like, it was because that's all my mom presented. I went to a private Ivy League school, and that's all there was.
I'm sorry. That was back in the day. This internet.
No, this was recent. This was when I was working at
I'm saying, but this internet is too strong for me to just sit here and look at all these iron board white models.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Savannah, LeBron.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I was about to bring them up. Nah, what about his son though? I remember Bronny went to prom, and everybody was upset because he went to prom with a white girl. Yeah, and I was a little bit upset, but then I was like, Dog, this nigga dad is a billionaire. How many black people he gonna be around?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
How many black people he gonna be around?
What the Bible say? Seeking, you said find. You better get to seeking. You gotta go find that black woman. You could, I mean, you in those type of situations.
From where?
From somewhere.
They not in his neighborhood for sure.
I doubt that.
They not in his school for sure.
I doubt that. You go to enough schools. He go to enough schools.
You think about no.
What?
Anyways, if he was young and in school,
he like
he in college now.
Yeah,
this was when he went to prom.
His high
senior
school.
prom.
So I'm saying he could have waited till he finished his career.
He waited in the spring. So let's go back. Make sure we get under control, under wraps, but understand everybody's opinion. So you said that are you agreeing with the situation? Are you disagreeing? What are you saying?
I think they want. I think they want to jail. I think they want to make an example out of him.
Yeah,
as always.
It's always
and it should be a lesson to both sides, right? And the reason why it should be a lesson to young black men and women, keep your hands to yourself for one, right? Two, it should also be like, I'm gonna give you an example. A woman, if she calls the police and she is a Caucasian persuasion woman, you already know the chances of you coming out of that without an arrest. And that's what we teach our black sons right now. I don't have any disregard for who you want to date, but I do have people in my family that were products of rape from a white man. And that's how our biracial bloodline is. So I can speak on it from both sides because I know firsthand experience. I know, when I'm out in South Carolina, North Carolina, we couldn't go outside. They couldn't even know we was in the neighborhood, like real shit. So if that's his cup of tea,
hold on, wait. Can't go outside.
Could not go outside. I kid you not. True story.
So you're saying that
and I was like 10, 11.
You're saying that you don't agree with it, but
I don't agree with it, but you can't control who people love.
So what is your final answer on that?
You can't control who people love.
I can't control who you love. So what difference does it make to me? It's not under my roof, and you're not in my bed. So I don't care. It's your business, not mine.
I don't know.
Yeah, back. So I would say I would still have a problem because you're still taking resources from our community. Your dollars that you're producing and you getting,
they allow themselves to get got.
So
you can't control that.
It's still affecting me in a way because it's affecting our community.
Well, I mean, it's not affecting
me personally.
He
already sold himself. What can you do? First of all, his bills, like one of his bills, I can't pay. So what do I? You see that? One of his bills I can't.
I can't do the phone bill.
No, shit, I couldn't buy one of them white glass hats he be wearing. What are you talking about?
That's his business. And guess what? When it's all said and done, if he get locked up,
he probably is.
He probably.
I don't think he's gonna go to jail. I hope he doesn't.
He doesn't have to go to jail. His career is taking a hit.
It is.
That's a chance he chose to take.
That's true.
It doesn't matter what color the female, to be honest.
Are you saying
yes? I was gonna say,
are you saying
even if it was a black woman,
it's still.
It might have been.
He ain't gonna get that much smoke.
What? Rihanna and Chris Brown. Are you serious? You would
that was a different time.
No, this isn't a different time.
They was ready to break him down. That was a different time, man. That nigga did it. He should have got what he got.
No, when he cut the
same
relationship off, he shouldn't have been still leading the girl on. We don't know if they were sleeping behind closed doors. We don't know what was going on.
Well, we know
Jonathan
he was escaping.
Majors,
oh yeah.
She hit him with the "I'ma commit suicide" and all that. You can't save everybody.
Hey, listen, don't you dare hit me with that.
When they do that, you know it's manipulation.
Hey, I'm gonna delete that message and act like I ain't see it, boy.
I'm gonna keep the message and keep my distance and call the helpline for you. I'm gonna love you from a distance.
No, I ain't keeping the message. I'm gonna act like I ain't see it.
What you mean?
Yeah, so if you get questions about it, that's gonna be you gonna seem a little suspect to the police now.
Hold on, wait. First of all, they're gonna see the outgoing messages. But what I'm saying is, when you had a relationship, there was something.
That ain't got shit to do with me. You take yourself. Hell yeah, block. Soon as I see that I don't want to be here no more, you don't want to be what? Shitting me. Hey.
I wash my hands. Yeah. I got it. I mean,
what is your final take on the situation as far as unfortunate situation that he's put in now?
He put himself there.
Yeah, I think he put himself there, fucking with the white girl. I mean, he could have fucked. So what if it was a situation where he knew he wanted to knock the joint? Like, I don't know if she attractive or not. No, I ain't seen what she look like. I don't know what she
ain't.
I ain't never seen what she look like.
They got BBLs.
Yeah,
She's gonna get snipped.
And I done seen some white girls with that thing on them now. That thing on them, but
evidently,
how we know he just won't trying to get some, and she wanted to still.
More.
You get what I'm saying?
The marriage and the children.
And that would explain why he was running like.
But now it's the girl who cried wolf, and he fell victim to it.
Hold on, so I got a subplot to that.
His mom was probably like.
So So if it do come out, say after he get out of jail, and you know it always happens, it's gonna come out. He didn't really do it.
She need to go to jail.
Don't that water down when women say something happened? That's why they always be like, "Where's the evidence?"
I'm gonna tell you like
they
this.
lie so often. Well, not I don't know how often they lie, but I was like, bring that back. Hell no.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I think with every situation, you have various audiences, and you're gonna have those logical, pragmatic people that are just like, all right, we want to see the proof, but they're also looking at the whole picture as to who the person is being accused that's allegedly done the infraction. Yeah. If it's something that the person has had a track record and a slippery slope and there's been too many things, then you might. But I also been in those situations that some people hop on the bandwagon and you could kind of be like, is this a rumor? Is everybody just trying to hop on it? What is the game? Is somebody trying to get clout? Whatever the case. So I think you just have to use discernment. Yeah. That's gotta, if you don't have your spirit aligned with God Almighty, the God of Abraham, then how are you gonna know when it's pure? And you gotta check that. Even the Bible says, try the spirit by the spirit, because it could be a counterfeit spirit, assuming or imitating, the spirit of truth. So you just have to use your due diligence and don't just run with it. It's best to be quiet in certain situations because you just don't know. Now, I am a female. I've been in those situations. A lot of women do not come forward. They don't come forward because you got to think of history. Women were given as part of a transaction. The women were 14, 13. I mean,
like,
color purple.
Like property.
We were property. And then not only property, if the man wanted that child or they wanted land or whatever, it was an exchange between the father and the person that the woman was being married off to. So the woman didn't have a voice. She did get a voice, but it still wasn't enough to, in man conversation, it wasn't enough to move men because men were superior than women. So when you look at that history, the woman, if she had been, if someone had known her before, it was frowned upon. It was shame that was surrounding it because you were supposed to be a virgin being given away. If you look at Color Purple, I mean, it's coming out. You already know they got their little thing going on, or a remake. But if that young lady was known,
I wouldn't have took Celie. I left Celie right there. I'd have seen.
I never seen that movie.
Oh, now go watch the original first. Oh, but
you never seen Color Purple?
I'm about to revoke your black card.
Hey, you can have it.
You're blasphemy. You never seen them. No.
So seeing a movie,
you ain't gonna beat me, Hoppo.
A movie make me black.
It's a part of our society.
It's our culture because
who made that movie?
I don't know. You just watch it over and over because it's a
Hollywood made that movie.
No, it's a depiction of what went on back in as we were coming.
It's the depiction they want you to see.
No, okay, go watch it. You're gonna have to watch it to understand.
Not to cut you off, but I'm gonna pose a light question. How long y'all think you gonna be in a relationship with Megan Good now?
Wait, rewind. How do you jump to that when
They
you
still-
asking about
they
is somebody gonna believe the women? He
Good.
just asked the question.
Good.
We weren't finished, and I was giving him a history lesson because I think if that is in the back of y'all's mind when a woman come forward,
Well,
you
they be honest
understand
sometimes,
why
too.
it take them so long to come
We're
forward.
not worried about how long it takes him to come forward. He talking about some of these women be lying.
Some of them have truth to it. Some of them say they didn't want it, or they started off wanting it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute.
Come on, listen.
That's the definition right there. They didn't want it.
No, that's after the fact. Some of them be giving cues and want it, and then when the time to get nitty gritty, they got the man all hard. The man don't want it, but the man already aroused and
want it.
I mean,
excited.
he should.
And he like, girl, you want this or
he should
something
be
like
able to
role
walk.
play.
He should be able to walk away though.
He should.
Man.
But what if it's a setup from jump?
Damn, that's even more.
That's even worse. That's even
You
worse.
just don't know. You're not there. So
That's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying. So it's like,
So we all gonna.
and that's why I said there might be some truth to it that after maybe she smelled
Yeah.
his breath and got turned off and she
that's
didn't
what
want it
I'm
no
saying. So
more.
hold on. So first, I'm gonna give. How do I feel about the outcome? I think he shouldn't go to jail.
You already lost enough.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been fired on anything like that.
What?
Because
Did he
let go.
did he actually like
He left
did
aggressively.
he,
you said.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
That's
didn't
what,
they release him after the guilty verdict?
Then they probably had to pay a bond.
yeah, he probably paid.
No, I'm saying the Marvel and them. They released him.
Yeah,
after.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
released-
only
It wasn't. They were waiting.
No,
it out.
actually, they had already made
Started.
provisions to start.
Yeah, you gotta start the process.
They didn't start with a lot of people that still got their job. That's white men.
Oh, we already know it's on.
But
Come on now.
yeah, I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
It don't make it right, but still.
But yeah, I don't think he should go to jail or anything like that. I just feel like I don't know, bro. I feel like all this shit just be
Going out
in
to
the
abortion.
in the way sometimes, cause it's like if he actually that's a big dude. If he actually harmed
There was
that
like
woman,
she had something was wrong with her finger, but she was like
Fractured
sitting in the
her
club,
finger.
pointing that finger while she was in the club.
yeah, so it's like I don't know.
I feel like
It's a whole lot with it. It's
I
a
mean,
whole lot.
you also gotta look at it like this. If it happened, it is what it is.
Yeah,
if
no,
it
if
didn't
he-
happen,
if he did-
it's gonna circle back around to shorty.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna want to lay hands on her. They're gonna be like, what they used to say, you jailbait, girl.
Yeah. Oh,
You remember that back in the day?
That was a different meaning.
I would say
R. Kelly, man.
Yeah. I was gonna
But
say
it can be a dual meaning, but
yeah, it can be a dual
I would
meaning.
say for me, I feel like I half of me say I don't want him to go to jail, but the other half want him to go to jail. So I want you to remember this. Remember this. You need to imprint this in your brain. Remember this. Don't
Lead them
You might get, suspended jail time on house arrest, and then they already did what they set out to do, was hurt his money.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I feel like the
Put him
evidence
in
in
jail,
the video,
you know.
maybe it's something that I missed. But if
Yeah, I was gonna say, from the video I seen, he ran
and
like
the little
3
audio,
blocks.
the little audio I heard, I was like, this ain't that. This ain't.
They didn't have enough evidence.
Hold
They
on,
gotta-
wait.
Even the audio
They
really
couldn't
incriminated
just-
her because he was like the Coretta Scott,
Yeah.
something like that. But I'm
like,
thinking like, bro, you shouldn't even said that to her because you knew better when you started dating her.
And you
she
knew she
should've
wanted
been
that.
You knew she wanted a Coretta.
Didn't Johnny Depp just get out of a
Yeah.
little case like that?
His girlfriend or whatever took a shit on his bed. Yeah.
We got a literal video of this man running away. He still got it, and I don't
Put himself in that predicament.
Y'all let us know in the comments, man, how y'all feel about the situation, the outcome of the situation, and what type of punishment should he get?
how your
if any
meter
punishment.
how your meter play came. That's all.
What is that? What does that mean?
It's the dude.
Came to conquer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, let me play
Remember we
Kane.
were watching Loki? He's in Loki.
I don't, you know what?
Time is.
I know you talking about that.
I could, time is.
You talking about when he was at the end of the world?
What is this? Yeah, I can do that for sure.
Oh my God.
He probably getting like he probably getting a lot of money for them episodes. Man.
Yeah, anymore.
What?
Cut that check off.
Okay, so I guess this brings us into our next topic.
Yeah,
I don't know what the heck this is. What?
Let's circle around into
Let's
it.
circle back around since we were kind of already tiptoeing into this topic. What is a snow bunny?
A white woman.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. Do y'all like in male? You know, because males y'all get together, and I know y'all all grew up together. So
sometimes they call him a milkman.
A milkman? What's that?
Black man that like that milk.
So back in our day, it was vanilla or something like that. Vanilla.
Black man that like that milk.
The milkman.
Milkman.
They call him milkman now.
Oh my goodness! I guess so. Your boy's a milkman.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So in y'all's clique, right? Because I know it's about like 10 of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys clown the boys that are milkmen, or do y'all?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, is it like frowned upon in your little clique?
I'm gonna stand on business. I'm like,
I wouldn't say I frowned upon it, but I definitely be like.
What did
it come from?
Not gonna lose honor. I'm just gonna be like, come on, bro.
Well, it depends.
Especially what we doing at that point.
Hold on, wait. See, dang, I forgot about this skill.
You want to know what I thought snow bunnies was? Because I've been watching a lot of them gangster movies, the Scarfaces.
No.
That is, you know what? Okay. Okay. Like.
No, hold on, wait. But I gotta break down the skill.
Okay, help me understand.
Quick. So like, with a white woman, right?
Okay.
If you do get with a white woman, she on the scale 1 to 10. A 5 black woman is higher than a 7 white woman.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So a white woman that's rated a 6.
Oh, one. That's
would be equivalent to like a 4 in a black woman. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
So the black woman that's a 4 look the same as the white woman that's a 6 because they be like bananas. Like sometimes you can look at their arm and you can see their veins.
You got variables, man, girl.
Yeah, like dang, your arm, you blue, you transmitting lighting.
I would say I'm kind of biased.
They hair be thin sometimes.
I'm kind of biased, and don't get it. Don't take it to your heart. But
they about to cancel us.
All right, with it. One black woman, that's a 10 white woman. She can be a 1 black woman. She gonna be a 10 compared to that 10 white woman. It's just not for me. It's not my cup of tea.
Ugly is ugly on both sides.
No, to answer your question,
it's an offset.
Oh, so it's one based off someone's outward appearance?
Correct.
Outward.
Okay, outward. Yeah. Okay.
Now to answer your question, like as far as how we conduct with our friends, I just like you said, we don't talk down or belittle them, but it is like, come on, son.
No, you know better.
And especially if we're doing something that's kind of out the way, we ain't doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay, so I'll give you a female perspective, right? And I'm not speaking for all the females. I don't got a lot of friends. I don't keep them, riding low. But in the mature conversations that I've had, we equate that if a man is going to be with another woman of a different race, and she's not African American as he is African American, then it's because she's submissive in areas that we choose not to submit to.
Okay, good point. Let me kind of caveat on top of that. Now, a lot of the situations and black men I've seen with white women, it has been the other way around. I'm gonna just put in plain terms, they pussies. A lot of the black men that I've seen with white women are pussies. It's not, they don't want their woman to be have their own personality, and then they
want to come into America.
I don't know.
I'm just like, bro, come on now.
I see that too, but half of the. Some of the time I see they be like little puppy dogs sometimes. We'll be like, cause I work at Target, I be seeing this shit. It'd be like they be like following behind them. Like the white woman be in front, she had a cart and shit, and he'll just be like like lumbering behind them, like a goddamn, like a little puppy.
And I just feel like
I don't know. That shit weird.
As far as,
but I do see both of them though. I see the one where they like to have them like behind them and shit, where they all submissive and shit. And then I see them on the other side where it's like.
It's not like, just about submissive. I wasn't finished. It was also.
Well, no, I was.
It's financials.
I was playing. I was playing off of what he said.
And no, I know that's what I wasn't finished with all the criteria. I just threw one out there. You guys kind of ran with.
Oh yeah, he did interrupt. He interrupted.
Yeah, he did.
No, but I was responding to what he said though, because he was like,
I knew apologize.
So it's financial stability, right? Because not just daddy got the money, but
she got that credit score.
The white girl has a credit score, you know. Mm-hmm. Their family comes from a line of, you know, real estate or financial literacy or a different culture altogether, you know, more cohesive and not divided. And then also because they hate their own kind or they like don't like certain features of themselves that they don't want to pass on to their.
But see, I don't like that.
Stronger
I don't like that one.
I'm dead. Like these are just kind
why you gotta hate yourself?
I understand that too, bro. Like
because they're taught. I mean, I've dealt with my fair share, but a lot of people, especially if they're dark skinned, you know what I mean. It's not the prize.
That baby's
it's not
skin.
The prize.
Make them lighter. You know,
it's not the prize. You're joked more, you're ridiculed more for the darkness or the kinkiness or the nappiness of your hair, and you don't want your child to go through that.
But what? See, the reason I don't really agree with that because they hate themselves is because that motherfucker hates you too, motherfucker.
Yeah, but it's one thing to be hated and financially stable. A girl loves with her whole heart and her whole body and her whole mind. Her family might not like you.
I just feel like they be stealing organs. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to say it. They like when I be seeing them white people with them black babies, they be walking through town. I be like, why you raising that? What you got that black baby for? Ain't no way you walked in that adoption clinic and seen all them white babies in there.
Angelina Jolie didn't do that.
She went to Africa. I ain't gonna hear that.
Angelina Jolie, her daughter is at
yeah, she went to Africa and got them
what
kids.
Is it Spelman and
she went to Africa and got them kids. All them white kids that's around here that she can help.
She got a surplus. She don't just have an African child.
Them black babies that she got better make it past 30. They better make it past 30.
I mean, they're well off and in college. That counts for something. Not all of it is a stereotypical.
They 30 years old yet?
I don't know. I don't know the girl.
They organs better be in their body when they get 30. I don't trust them.
I
mean, and they haven't given you reason to trust it. I think that's what
we should have did this episode in February.
This needs to be a topic that is discussed because I think a lot of white people feel entitled to have our trust, or they don't even have to have our trust because they have all of everything else that we need. That's at their control.
I should say I don't not like white people. I just.
Why does it gotta be white and black? And I'm not asking you. I want to know why it is everything
I just don't.
Black.
Because it is.
I mean, it is. It's hard.
It's if somebody tries to tell you it's not white and black and it's gray, they lie to you.
It wasn't always that way though.
When wasn't it?
Well, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was all white.
Born and raised in Texas.
Before them white people came to America,
then it was the
because everybody had slaves throughout history.
I think we need to talk about the slavery situation.
Yeah, what I'm saying is black versus white was only a thing in America.
We don't say that one from February.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
You know, like some people run with this. Oh, you know, y'all had slaves.
No, we did.
People
who
were
built the pyramids?
Okay, no, that was the Egyptians and the pharaohs and whatever. That's before my time.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't always black and white.
It wasn't. And it's even been what? I think
white and
Irish, white and white, you
black
know,
and
like,
black. But they like to emphasize and put a highlight on black on black, not white on white.
I think what the problem is that all of those cultures have at least had their comeback.
Time out. You know the difference?
Black people still have not got back what we lost.
All them white people learned how to work together. Hey, you might be a dirty Irish white, and I might be a European bean and toast eating white, but we can both get along and not like these black and people of color and all of that. That's the difference.
So that's where the people of color need to come together, you know, and that's what they're also worried about present day. Yeah. But at the same time, there's so many different cultures that just hate black people.
So
back down to the Asians.
So this was just to make sure we got it right.
The snow bunny.
The snow bunnies. I mean, I don't know what
snow bunny crisis. So
what is the crisis? Why is it okay? So we know what a snow bunny is. But why is it a crisis?
The NBA going through it because they have. It's like having. It's like.
Well, okay, so tell me what the crisis is. What are they doing? What is the NBA going through? I don't watch basketball. I watch football.
They get that money. They get that check.
And then they get a white woman pregnant. And now, when they get the white woman pregnant,
I watch football.
They tend to leave them. And now, half of that money, i.e. child support.
Okay, are those women staying for like 10 years to get alimony? Or are they just like marrying them? Are they prenup?
She get a baby.
Yeah, she got a baby out of them.
I mean, that's the game. Everybody trying to get a come up. They gotta be smarter than that. If they,
that's the crisis. That's the crisis.
No. Then you can't blame that on the other race. The crisis. Stop. Hear me out. The crisis is we as black women are not teaching our sons financial literacy. We're teaching them, let you make it in the NBA because then we can all get a come up and get up out the hood. And they not thinking about everything else that comes with that money.
It's an epidemic.
It's not an epidemic.
I would say,
epidemic.
No, these women are not teaching.
I agree with what she's saying.
No, you can't blame the other race.
No. What we're saying,
we're not blaming them. We're saying it's a crisis.
So we're saying that they are getting professional, right? And these white women are hounding. They are plotting on this.
Yeah.
And I would say that as you mentioned, that they have not been taught effectively. Like, hey, stay away from that white woman. She comes with that money.
So, like he said, some of those.
And that's even. Hold on. Case in point, Jonathan Majors. He was going up, and guess what?
Okay, hold on.
Came right there.
But something back to what Tonio said from the beginning. Then that is the crisis of the black man who fall victim to these white women because they are what? Weak. They're not headstrong. They headstrong, like legit.
And how you gonna love these iron boy booties? I don't know.
They got BBLs, but what I'm saying is that what they think they crossed over, and they don't realize that they welcome riches. First of all, if you had your morals intact, first of all, you're not supposed to be putting your dick in everything.
Sure now.
All right, and then once you make it and you sign, you're definitely a target. You're supposed to be focused on basketball. You went through all that trouble, all that.
So who's supposed to be teaching them this?
Their fathers.
Their fathers and their mothers.
Where are they fathers?
They need to be in the house.
They need to be in the house. But the mothers who play mommy and daddy should have already been telling them, like, yo, when you get there.
So whose fault is it then?
That's
us as a whole, as a community.
Our community is broken. So
and it's a crisis, like I said.
It's a crisis, but it's not a snow bunny crisis. No. That sounds so. There is no accountability in the black community. I'm not blaming. That's like somebody
she taking the name as we blaming them. We're not blaming them. It's just the name. Snow bunny crisis.
No, you should call it the illiterate black men crisis. That's what you should call it. I'm raising my sons now. First of all, I'm not raising my kids for NBA and NFL. I need an accountant, I need a real estate agent, and I need a lawyer, and I need a doctor. Y'all not about to waste my time.
How's it illiterate? So, what they teachers?
What do you mean? Were they teachers?
They illiterate because they ain't get taught by somebody.
Their parents
so their parents illiterate.
A teacher starts first.
So it's a black people
problem. Time out.
Y'all because y'all gonna stop saying black man when it's a black people problem.
Hold on, we're a black community. I said black community.
No, you said a black man illiterate. You said
black man literacy problem.
Think about it. It is technically a black man's problem. A literate problem.
Okay.
Now let me break it down to you.
Wait, so who taught that black man?
Let me break it down to you.
Yeah.
As a black man, as a black father, right?
Yeah.
I'm the head of the house.
Yeah.
It all stems from me.
Yeah.
So if I'm not doing my job, breaking it down for my wife to relate to our children, and I'm also not helping her and aiding her, it all stems from me. So if it's a break up at the top, then of course everything on the bottom is going to fall apart. So it technically is. That's why when you said, where is the black man in the house?
Yeah.
We should be there.
Okay,
you know
but those are excuses
but why? That's what I'm saying. He keeps saying that it's a whole community problem.
No, hold on. You said they should be teaching. Well, who taught them? I'm gonna take it like this.
Yeah, who taught them?
Can I explain something to you? Right? I don't know where you from. I don't know where you grew up at. Right?
Out here.
Okay, you grew up
with a single
here.
black mother.
With a single black mother.
I'm not illiterate.
She did the best that she could.
Yeah, and
right?
I'm not illiterate.
You're not a statistic.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so this don't got nothing to do with you. But I am going to use you as an example. Listen, right?
Yeah.
So you were raised by a single parent, but you seen crackheads and everything on the block. You had enough sense to say, I don't want that for myself.
And was told to.
And was told. And even if you chose to do what you wanted to do, you knew how far to take it. Some of them, in that moment, whether they had the tools or anything necessary, they could have used other things as their outlet and said, you know what, I want better for myself and I'm going to find out how to get it. Case in point.
That's what I'm saying.
Case in point, I left my parents' house about 16, 17. I was paying my own bills. I got my own crib by 18. I said, I don't want to be a statistic. I beat all odds. I didn't put my business out there. But what I'm saying is that you got to want better for yourself. And you got to want to say that it's not just about the money. Think about it. You get in the NBA, but if you tear your ACL, there go your career. Why do you have something to fall back on? Why you don't got an A plus B, C, D plan?
Well, I'm not in the NBA, so I can't
I'm not
answer
saying
that.
you, but I'm saying that's nobody to blame. It's not a community. It's not your mama. Your mama did the best she had with what she could.
Now,
okay, so where's the discourse?
The accountability is within themselves.
Exactly.
So I can't.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
But that's still the black man because that's a black man. At the end of the day, he's still a black man.
He is, but
he gotta be accountable for himself, and he ain't. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, where are we going and we clearing it up that it's not a snow bunny crisis? I'm just saying that. Don't even give them any more credit. Don't even, what I'm saying.
We're not giving them credit.
You are to even mention them. I said, what is a snow bunny? You told me a white girl. Why are we giving a white girl any credit for our demise? We are our own.
Because they are the reason for the demise. No. We just talked about it.
No.
They the reason.
I get what she's saying. So I get what she's saying. It's like, it's kind of like.
All right, so hold on. All right, go ahead.
I ain't giving my ops no more.
The snow bunny crisis, what she's saying is here, right? What she is saying, the root is under that.
They can only be a crisis because we're allowing them to be.
Yes. So if we had better teachers.
If y'all know that these women do that.
Hold on, wait. So when crack was a crisis, it was our fault too, or did we say it was a crack crisis or a drug problem?
Technically, we played a part in that too, though.
But we called it that though.
Cause hold on.
So we blaming black people for the crack epidemic now?
No, I'm not blaming them, but I am blaming them for a portion of what they done did.
They've got some accountability.
Because guess what? They distributed it. You didn't
the FBI distributed it.
No, stop. Hold on. When they came off them planes, they gave it to them people. They distributed it to us to go and sell it.
They was manipulated. Yeah.
Nah. People wanted money too.
They wanted money
because they were starved of it.
Yeah, just because that don't mean you poison people.
So you sell your soul for you to gain and off of somebody else's demise.
But what I'm saying, see, because y'all keep trying to say I'm not disagreeing.
No, we're not saying.
But what I'm saying is, we named it, we gave it a name, and you trying to say don't give it a name, give it the name to us. So it would be the black man crisis.
Okay, that's black man crisis. Because they keep getting God. They're lit. What we say off the streets, that's a lit. If you knew that that's a lit and you didn't see your homeboy fall, then y'all need to why can't y'all coincide together and be like coalition like, yo, I know you just made it.
You about to get the $200 million.
I know you just made it. Look, you just made it to our team. Let me tell you, these white women's gonna be sneaking in your room. Bro, just come run to my room. Yeah, because from what I heard, that that the women get key cards. And they sneak in there in the room waiting for them when they win a victory in the lobby, and they do what they do. But and that's just something I didn't heard. But at the same time, what I'm saying to you is that at what point do we as black men or teammates, let's take the race out for a second. Y'all all on the same team. Why would you want to see your fellow partner who you need to rely on in the game to keep making buckets? Because if you keep making buckets, you keep making money. If y'all keep making money, keep winning, y'all get more money.
But what I'm saying
you gonna
is,
let your home, where is my brother is my keeper? Where is that? And you can't blame it on these girls.
Which one of my homeboys with a white girl right now?
I'm talking about y'all. Oh yeah, we went to the wedding. I don't know who that is.
That's one.
Another one bites the dust.
That's one. But no, what I'm saying is, yes, we.
Are you saying that you would prefer to name Snow Bunny Crisis versus the Black Man?
Yes, that's all I'm saying.
But why?
Because I don't wanna. Why do I gotta put the? Yes, we need to have accountability. These niggas need to learn. They need to learn the difference. Like, yeah, all of that. We need to fix that. But why label the problem us when that is the problem?
I'm gonna give you another problem. What you want them to regulate the hoes?
I got the answer for that.
Yes, regulate the.
They should be stronger inside to not get into the hole.
I got an answer for that.
But we need to fix that. Yes, but the problem is this: we need to keep them away from.
But if we fix us, then the problem will be alleviated.
Yes, but that's the problem.
No. I'm gonna give you a prime example. This is a good example.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
One day, I was approached. I was approached to be taken advantage of, or I was offered some white pussy. Right? Just say what it was. Now, what you're saying in this situation, and what we're speaking of, I had enough fortitude and knowledge
to stay away from the problem.
In her face, I'm talking about.
But you stayed away from the problem.
No, I was invited somewhere.
But did you enter though?
Yeah, I was in there. Not in her, but I was.
Exactly! That's what I'm saying! You stayed away from the problem!
But this is what I'm saying that most people.
But she is the problem!
No, but what I'm saying is.
That's the problem! You stayed away from the crisis!
That's not the problem.
You stayed away from the crisis!
That's not 100%
You avoided the crisis!
That's a piece of the problem.
You stayed away from the crack! You didn't do crack! You stayed away from the Snow Bunny crisis. You escaped it. You escaped it.
Because guess what? What happens
is... But you escaped the crisis.
But what happened is, if she's there...
But she is the problem. That's all I'm saying.
A part of the problem.
No, she is the problem.
You can't fall in the pussy tank. You gotta willingly take that dick out and go up in it. So
exactly.
Then that's on us.
I'm gonna say this.
We done this too.
I'm talking about a different angle. Right?
She's a piece of the problem.
No, she is the problem.
If we fix us,
if we fix the black man, then
my mom when she got naked.
But you stayed away from the problem.
Let me finish.
I'm not saying don't fix us. I'm saying that's the problem. That's all I'm saying. That's the problem.
When she got naked.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about her getting naked. Bro, I don't care.
In my mind, I was like, if I
don't care.
My mom, I'm gonna think about my mom, my grandma.
So you stayed away from the problem.
But bro, why are you explaining? Because it took me knowing me. Yes. I should have easily just went ahead and said, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you run it yourself, then you have the power.
Bro, I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm trying to get you
to she's not 100% the problem.
She's the problem. So how is she? So what's the other part of the problem?
Me.
Wow.
You the problem.
Yes, if I'm not right with me. If I'm not 100%.
Yeah, your mind, your body, and your heart gotta be in the line.
Okay, so alright, so is no Snow Bunny crisis.
I didn't say
there's no Snow Bunny crisis. There's no race problem between white and black people. Black people just need to fix themselves.
What we call it shutting down.
Black people need to work on themselves. We need to fix our mind, and then all of the problems are go. I think we was finishing up that Snow Bunny crisis one.
You know, I didn't rename it, but I'm gonna let you have a name for the sake of
What we renamed it?
I said the African American population and intellectual decisions that they need to make. I just am not an enabler. I'm speaking as a black woman. I'm speaking as a mother. That's all. I would never, you know, if I was in a relationship with somebody and a man went and cheated on me with some female, I ain't about to fight the female. I'm gonna go outside my dude head like, you know, this is an in-home. We gonna take care of this in the house. But you got to go. But on top of it, you know, they can only do what you allow them to.
Yeah,
you know?
I see that.
So this actually brings us to our next topic as far as the 80-20 rule, right? So we were talking about all these different women, and we've talked about how some people feel how it's necessary to go outside of their race, or they might not feel like they're getting what they need from, you know, that woman that is ideal for their community to see them paired with, which brings me to 80-20 rule. Are y'all familiar with an 80-20 rule? Or no? All right. Well, I'm gonna give you the culture. You know, 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule is like, it's a woman that you're gonna get 80% of her and what she has to offer or bring to the table. You know, that 80% is, you know, gonna change based on each woman, their values, what's more important to them. It's kind of like if you went for a job and they'd be like, oh, you know, out of your 5 top things, what are you looking for? Finance, stability, you know, job security, work-life balance, or not everybody's going to choose the same order or the same thing. Somebody might even have some other things like, oh, you know, benefits and pay, you know. So the 80-20 is just what woman would be paired, you would be paired with that will give you that 80% of herself while maintaining those core values that you find to be just as well as important, but be lacking 20%. Or that 20% could be just used on herself, or it could just be she don't got all her marbles, so that goes with the 20%. Or she might have the job, she might know, you know, financial stability, she could probably even cook, but she don't get a good dome and she can't fuck. I mean, what, you know, every man you pick and choose, all right, I can live with this, I can live without. If I go look at a house, same difference. I'm not going to get all the amenities that I want out of the house. So that's what the 80-20 rule. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I find that a lot of men, no matter what race, they can have everything right in front of them and still cheat. Or be chasing after that 20 because they're not focused on what they have right in front of them. So I just wanted to ask you guys, as it relates to you, you know, if you had a woman that giving, you know, she's got the full 80%, you're lacking the 20%, how much of that do you expect her to be submissive to you? Because some women, they can have the 80%, do everything right, but they're just too independent and they ain't gonna submit whatsoever. Can you be secure in yourself or the relationship knowing that, man, this girl ain't gonna, she gonna talk back, or she gonna, you know, do her, if I get to acting funky, she got nigga qualities, or, you know, how does that relate? How submissive, what is your submissive meter?
Well, if you watch the last episode that's gonna be coming out fairly soon, you know, just look up there.
It ain't.
I spoke on this.
Yeah.
But I spoke on this, sort of, and I've already mentioned that I'm fine with that. I'd rather her be more outspoken than submissive anyway, because
she can be outspoken and submissive.
And I said more outspoken.
That's what I said.
Submissive.
I don't think it really correlates.
For me, I wouldn't give it a percent out of the 80. Now, I would say the answer to the question of why it's often a lot of men go for that 20% of the 80, I feel like it's just mental strength at that point. You have to be mentally capable to just be like, all right, I got enough. I have everything, all these boxes she's checking off here. I'm not going to be a fool and go get 20% and then lose 80%. Come on now.
Some people do, though.
Numbers is numbers.
Some people do. Some people do settle for what they call the O's, you know, those thoughts. Some of them, like, you know what? She might not cook, she might not take care of the kids, but she satisfies my physical needs as a man.
No.
Some men.
So you asking what is in the 80 or?
No, it doesn't matter what's 20? In the 80. If the girl's giving you 80, and of course she's not giving you the 20, would you want her to be 100% submissive to compensate for that 20 she can't give you? Or would you leave her to go chase after the 20? Or what if she's not submissive at all, but she's giving you the 80?
I'll take 80%. I mean, and theoretically, it's gonna sound good to say that we're gonna take the 80%, but we know, and I have been in situations where I have not in my past where I have not took 80%, and it just took some soul searching on my end to figure myself out and to figure out, okay, what really was I after? Was I really after a relationship, or was I really after sex? And once I got me together, my mind around it, I was like, I fumbled. And I was like, it's okay. You know, players mess up too.
But you might not get that 80 back. You might have to settle for 45 the next time because you messed up.
No.
What's your take?
I'm gonna get that back.
You gonna go with 80?
I don't know. It don't really make sense to me. The person not gonna 100% be there regardless.
Exactly.
They their own person, so the whole 80-20 thing is kind of weird.
It's a thing.
I've never heard of it.
It's basically a saying amongst women when a man cheats.
Oh, so it's a woman thing.
It's not a woman thing.
I've never heard it.
I want you guys to comment in the comments. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard about this 80-20% or 80-20 rule.
The majority of the time I heard it, I'm just gonna be 100. It's out of a mouth of a woman saying you left this 80% for that 20.
I've not just heard it out of a woman.
Hold on. How do you know that the other person was given 80 though? That's what I'm saying. How do you know your 80 is 80? What if
you'll know when you're in your next relationship what you're missing, but you'll also know because of experience. If you ain't had enough experience.
But if I left you, then you won't giving me my 80 is what I'm saying.
Not necessarily.
No, he's saying
you could have not had the mentality of what you thought you was getting. You thought the grass was green on the other side. It could be
both ways.
It could, because there's so many different women. There's like probably 8 women to one guy, because just how the genealogy of more men than women, or more women than men. But I'm saying that you don't know what you. There are more women than men. You got more choices.
You got choices.
You don't know what's out there. You don't know what you don't know. And I'm gonna give you an example of flip side, right?
Yeah.
I'm a female, right? In my younger days, I'm looking for certain things. Women. You got some women to be like, yeah, he gotta have the shoes. No, someone was like, oh, he got on busted shoes. Nah.
I've been there.
He don't drive. He don't got his own car. He don't got a job. He don't keep a job. He ain't been on this job more than 3 years. All these little, check boxes, whatever the case. But as I've grown, I've realized, you can have all those and still not pay your bills on time. Stuff getting cut off.
Yeah.
You got a good pair of shoes, but that's because, you didn't kept shopping. All you buy is shoes.
Yeah.
When it comes to responsibility, you don't take care of it, but you be at the weed man house catching a bag. You just don't know what's behind the scenes until you in that relationship. But as I've grown, I've realized, all right, in my current relationship, I'm like
2 for 15, 2 for 10. You getting some?
I'm not getting married for love,
at that point,
and I'm not. Some people are guided by love and they're blinded by that, and they're like, oh, but as I've grown, like I said. Love to me is an action word and an emotion. But I ain't marrying for love, bro. Let me see if we can make a contractual agreement and hold fast to that contract.
So is love not included in that 80%, or it doesn't matter at all?
Love is included, but as a woman, love is not.
So you don't look for love.
No. Love don't pay the motherfucking bills.
Of course.
Love pays the bills if I apply the action in doing so, that regardless of how you make me feel that day, I can maintain my emotions and pay bills and handle business, and we can reconvene and work out all our differences.
You was doing that before you got in a relationship, right? So why is that important?
What do you mean?
Paying your bills.
Doing that for the relationship.
Paying your bills.
Yeah, paying my bills.
So then you looking for something other than paying your bills then at that point, right?
Not necessarily, because then when children are involved, it's a different story.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm at a different walk in my life that
stability.
when I was younger, I ain't had no
provision
kid.
is in that 80%.
You gotta have provision. You can't just be staying at that one spot and just comfortable and don't want to climb that ladder of, just economic growth. It can't, especially if you want to enlarge your family.
That's true.
So that's gotta be you. Let's say you got the right job. Let's say you got the car, everything's paid off, but you
emotionally ain't there.
Or emotionally not there. Or you emotionally not there, but I get pregnant and I'm having a kid that you need to be emotionally involved and be present in the moment. That matters. But you won't know these levels until you come to those experiences with that one, and then you get with them and you're like,
But there's also the notion where you, let's say I'm saying the same scenario where a man is doing 80% for the woman, and a woman is not able to see it or has blinders on.
That's all I'm saying. How do you know?
And also susceptible to the 20% because I've seen those situations too. So it's a vice versa of things. It's I feel like personally it's where you are sounding yourself and you're able to identify what you need and of course look at the other person and
it's
make
gotta
sure
be like that on both sides.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm agreeing. It's gotta be like that.
Make sure they're marking each box that you got there, and then of course they do the same for you, and y'all can of course the same without having the whole 100%.
But how do you do that with such a broken culture? We were talking about earlier today about how there's so much division in our culture. You got some that want to be, enabled, and some want to hold them accountable. Some condone the BS, and some are like, I'll make excuses because, my black man is the last of the dying breed, and they already went through a lot, and kind of suppress the accountability.
It's gonna be a straightforward answer, unfortunately, but it's probably, of course, it's layers to it. But the man or the woman or whoever it is, but as your own individual, I feel like you gotta just stand on business and be and of course hold fast to your morals. Of course, hold fast to your accountability, not for only others, but also mainly for yourself. Because if you got you together, that's what I was saying earlier with dealing with a woman. If you got you together, it's the woman ain't gonna. They 50% of the problem, but you the other 50%. If you mess up,
you are a human. You're not gonna always be on your A game. That's why you need to help meet.
That's why
to help meet your goals.
That's why it's called a journey. You just don't get there overnight.
Okay, and that takes for two people to want to walk that journey together at no cost of the relationship. That I'm gonna always continue to add value to the relationship, and I might be that 20%, but when you at your 20%, I can rise to that 80.
You bet.
You gotta know how to flex and maneuver and adapt. What you mean? What you mean? Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Okay. Let me spin it another way. Would you be willing to grow with that person, or when do you know it's the cutoff to, like, oh, this is you got it, but you don't got it.
I can agree. I can get down with the growing with the person.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you can always grow with somebody, and it's I feel in my mind it's always best to do that because you know who that person really is at the bottom. Yeah. It's always important to know what somebody at the bottom because everybody looks sexy at the top. But it's when you at that bottom.
Remember, when we first got together,
how you really are.
It's the other way around. I think I'm gonna tell you. We've had this conversation before. People show you who they are when they're at the top when they don't need you. If they can treat you the same way they would be when they were on the bottom, when they're on the top, and they don't misuse you and kind of try to.
I think that depends on if they already there.
It depends on the person.
No, they can. No, like you said, you grew together at the top. People change when they get to the top too.
That's true.
Especially if your partner don't want to grow with you to the top and they comfortable where they at.
Seen the mountaintop.
Yeah, it could be. I done met, had some people that they get to the top and it's not that money changes them more. No, you chose not to elevate your intellectuality or your intellect. Regardless, and you stayed where you were comfortable because you didn't want to get uncomfortable. But at the same time, hold on. No, I'm not finished. I'm about to circle back.
What's the need to get uncomfortable? I'm at the top.
What?
What's the need to get uncomfortable if I'm at the top?
Hold on, no. I'm talking about the one that didn't come to the top. They're just there hanging on for the ride. I'm gonna go both ways. So let's say
how you know they're not at the top for themselves though?
That's true.
Okay.
You might want them to go further, but they got all they need.
That should be discussed in the relationship. Before the relationship, you know, even takes off, like what are your aspirations?
That's what I'm saying about the whole 80-20 thing, because
it's
so subjective that it can't really be a thing, because what if what you consider your 80, what you think you giving so much,
is minuscule.
What if it's 20 to that person?
That actually happens. That goes back to that saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
You know, it's different strokes for different folks, but at the same time, like I said, to go back, how I am when I am at my top and I treat the ones that I think are beneath me says a lot about myself.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in a position of power and I'm in a position of money and I treat you like peasants, that says a lot. Well, so when I am down, what that tells you is that, now you need me, and you're gonna treat me right.
I feel like you the same. I feel like you the same person. Money just make you more of who you are.
No.
Yeah.
I hear that.
If
I'm an asshole now, when I get money, I'm just gonna be more of an asshole.
That's if your standards aren't intact. Because some people have been humbled on their journey, that they remember the days and they were like,
some people get that check and say,
screw that. Screw that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, the me that struggle and the me with this money is two different goddamn people.
Okay. So what about those that are at the top? Do you think they have some moral obligation, right? And this also ties into the topic that we're going into about division in our own community. Do they have some moral obligation to put that money back into our communities?
No. They should.
I think there's an obligation.
I wouldn't say they obligated.
I think there's an obligation.
No.
Yes, because you didn't get there by yourself. Your community, your sphere of influence supported and sponsored you, paid for your album.
But them people won't obligated to do that either. They did it because they wanted to.
It's reciprocity.
That's true. But I'm saying that's why I said. That's why I said.
What about when you weren't at the top and you was maybe on food stamps, or you was, in a place that you were a charity case?
All right, so we discussed the 80-20. Let us know what y'all think about. Leave your comments in the comment sections. Like, share, subscribe. Of course, as always, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Continue as we grow and on our journey. We appreciate you. Yeah.
Stop talking down on your black brothers.
Yeah, man. We're going to work on a division in the black community.
No more negativity. Damn it. Keep it in house.